I decided to compile all of the videos from my short series where I code Hollow Knight features to Minecraft. Subscribe and enjoy the compilation. The Mantis Claw is an ability obtained from the mantises in the Mantis village located in the fungal wastes. The mantises have the ability to climb walls, and that is exactly what this item allows you to do. You can press the jump key while holding on a wall to jump upwards. Coding this feature into Minecraft was surprisingly easier than I thought. In Minecraft, there's this type of block called climbable blocks, and these types of blocks are, well, climbable. Take ladders or vines for example. Climbable blocks are controlled by a block tag. This allows me to add my own climbable blocks into the game very easily. To create the illusion of climbing walls, all I have to do is summon an invisible climbable block at the player's location whenever they are touching a wall. And when the player holds the jump key, they start climbing through that invisible block. Structure voids turned out to work extremely well for this purpose. All I had to do was modify the climbable block tag to add structure voids, write some simple code to place structure voids whenever you're facing a wall, and add a crafting recipe. Crystal Heart is an ability found in the Crystal Peaks. The item is obtained from a massive crystal golem after completing a fairly difficult platforming challenge. Holding the keybind designated for Crystal Heart allows you to charge up a crystal dash. When you release, you start going forwards at extremely dangerous speeds. You can cancel your dash by pressing the jump key or by taking damage. You can charge your crystal dash by holding shift while holding the ability wheel item. Initially, you could look in any direction while dashing to manipulate where you go. To fix this, I made the player ride a different entity while you're dashing to lock the direction of the dash, and you can press sneak to cancel your dash mid-air. In Hollow Knight, you can theoretically dash forever with Crystal Dash, but that would be too overpowered in Minecraft, so the dash has a limit. The Delicate Flower is a special item obtained from the Grey Mourner in the Resting Grounds. She requests you to deliver her flower to the deceased daughter of the Traitor Lord in the Queen's Gardens. Apart from that, you can also give the flower to Elderbug, Nailmaster Oro, and Godseeker. The special thing about the Delicate Flower is that it breaks when you take damage. Because of this, to complete the Delicate Flower quest, you have to travel through the entire kingdom of Hallownest without taking a single point of damage. The flower can also break when you use any form of fast travel, such as the Dream Gate or the Last Stag. This is the recipe for the Delicate Flower in Minecraft. Obviously there is no Delicate Flower quest, but it's a cool item to have nonetheless. When you take damage, only one Delicate Flower is broken. All other Delicate Flowers remain intact. The map and quill are two items in Hollow Knight that are very important for navigating through Hallownest. You can buy various maps for areas from an NPC named Conifer, but you'll notice that these maps are incomplete. To complete these maps, you can buy the quill item from Conifer's wife, Zelda, at their shop in Dirtmouth. When you have a map and quill, the knight will fill your map with new rooms you've explored when they sit down at a bench. Something that you may have already noticed is that Minecraft already has this system. So what did I do? Instead of showing you a map of where you are, I made it track your last death location and display it in chat whenever the item is used. This is the crafting recipe for the map and quill, and I do gotta say, it's a much better alternative to the recovery compass. Dash Slash is the nail art taught to the knight by Nailmaster Oro. Oro resides in Kingdom's Edge in his hut. The nail art can be purchased for 800 Geo. By holding attack until fully charged, then releasing while dashing with Mothwing Cloak or the Shade Cloak, the knight releases a long-ranged melee attack at the end of the dash. Holding sneak while holding the nail in your hand charges up the nail art. After the art has fully charged, you need to double press the forward key while sneaking to perform the art. It will damage enemies up to 4 blocks in front of you. This makes it much better than Mothwing Cloak and Shade Cloak, but at the cost of waiting 2.5 seconds every time you want to dash. The Dash Slash deals basically the same damage as Great Slash, except with extra range. Desolate Dive and its upgrade, Descending Dark, classify as dive spells in Hollow Knight. Basically, they allow you to dive downwards while damaging enemies. When you hit the ground, it creates a shockwave which deals even more damage and breaks through certain fragile structures. Desolate Dive can be found after beating Soul Master in the Soul Sanctum, and Descending Dark is found in the Crystallized Mound, a sub-area of the Crystal Peak. To activate the spell, look directly down and press right click on the ability wheel while you're in the air. This also means that the focus ability is now activated by holding shift and looking downwards. The player is forced to ride an entity which is teleporting downwards at an insane speed. Unfortunately, I didn't add the shockwave ability because I forgot. Also, you can phase into the ground if you time your dive correctly. Don't worry though, I fixed this. Totally. Howling Raids and its upgrade Abyss Shriek classify as shriek spells in Hollow Knight. Basically, they allow you to shriek upwards while damaging enemies. It can phase through small platforms and can deal up to 80 damage from one hit. Howling Raids can be found in the Overgrown Mound, a sub-area of Fog Canyon located near the entrance to the Queen's Gardens, and its upgrade, Abyss Shriek, is found in the Abyss, a sub-area of the Ancient Basin. To activate the spell, look directly upwards and press right-click on the ability wheel. To make the Shriek spells work, I summon marker entities about the player in a very specific pattern. If the marker entity finds an entity that it can damage, it will give damage to that entity. Howling Raids does a fixed amount of 6 points, while Abyss Shriek deals with the damage instead. And if you want to see me code even more Hollow Knight features into Minecraft, check out the full playlist on my YouTube channel. And those are all of the videos from my short series where I coded Hollow Knight features into Minecraft. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss part 2. In part 2, I will code Hollow Knight charms into Minecraft. Until then, explode, giant.